And so once you go through and you're accepted into the Army JAG Corps, you go to, nowadays you go to a couple of weeks at Fort Lee, Virginia, and they show you how to wear the uniform, how to march, how to skip. No skipping. How to wear your hat and salute and all that good stuff. Then you go for about 10.5 weeks to the Army's Judge Advocate General Center and School, which is a beautiful facility. It is, definitely, I mean, a little biased, having retired from the Army and was a JAG for almost 20 years. Definitely the Air Force doesn't come close, nor does the Naval Justice School. So you go to the Army Judge Advocate General School, and then after that, you go to Fort Benning for about 6 weeks to learn a little bit about soldiering. And then you go on to your assignments, which could be anywhere in the world, including, potentially combat zones. So what would you do then once you, get out into what we call the field? Well, you can do a number of things, but mostly young judge advocates start out in what is called legal assistance. And my first assignment was Fort Campbell, Kentucky, where I worked in legal assistance for about 18 months and did everything from helping with, wills, dog bite cases, helping with, easements and dealing with property, landlord-tenant, usury laws, divorce, child custody. I mean, it was endless. But it was a great opportunity. Upon reflection, at the time, it was quite painful. But it was a great opportunity to learn many, many aspects of the law that you normally wouldn't get at, I guess, a law firm. From there, you typically would go either be a prosecutor or be a defense attorney. For me, my track took me to be a defense attorney. Now, let me tell you a couple things about terminology within the JAG Corps. First off, a prosecutor is not called a prosecutor. They're called a trial counsel. Defense counsel, well, they're called defense counsel. But the unique thing about being a defense counsel in the JAG Corps is that you don't fall up under that command. You are separate and apart. So the way I would describe it is, you're free to go around, kick in doors and open up cabinets and point people in the chest and stuff like that. No, I wouldn't do that. I did that for a little while, and then they threatened to court-martial me, but that's not important. Anyway, so what I do as a defense counsel? Well, it just so happened the first 5, 6 cases were rape cases. And, you really, when the JAG Corps says, hey, we can get you into the courtroom quicker than, most firms, they're not lying. And now, do they put you in there alone? No, typically you spend your first few trials with a more senior defense attorney, which is great because, they're very good at poking you and saying, you might want to object. That type of thing. And, you learn, and one of the great things about the JAG Corps is after every trial, there's this thing that's called bridging the gap. It's where the military judge, as old and crusty as they are, will have you into their office individually and will talk to you about, the good things that you did, which for me weren't a lot, the bad things, which would take forever, and, areas to improve. So that was a great learning experience, and I'm not familiar anywhere in the civilian world where that occurs, but that just makes you, a better attorney, a better JAG officer.